Yeah, hi Kurt. I recently had a very short-term relationship with a Filipino woman, very pleasant woman, uh, Floor, and she was not in the Philippines. She was in Vietnam. She was teaching English, and she chatted in the room that I chat in. It's mainly Filipinos and Americans and a few Australians, and and I wanted to try out my club idea. I'm setting up this club. I'll explain it to you later. But I couldn't get anybody to try it with me. The idea is you have a drink online or a cup of coffee together online, but mainly because I'm a bit of a drunk, I want to have a drink, and I don't want to have anybody here. But I thought this would be a great idea. Actually, the idea came to me uh, about 2 years into my separation. I thought, really, what I'd like is just to be able to have a drink with somebody on Sunday and a meal, have a Sunday lunch. I thought it'd be a great idea. And I tried to talk that many people into doing it. And they all said, how do you have a drink online? I said, well, you just go to the fridge, get a drink. She goes to her fridge, gets a drink, and you sit there and have a drink together. Oh, it wouldn't work. So anyway, I tried it with everybody. No, never worked. No, that idea will never, no. And I said, to make it interesting for the Filipinos, they want to earn some money. I'll buy the drink for them and give them a little profit on top so they can use it for their expenses, rather than just saying, oh, here, will you, give me $50 or $10 or $20 or whatever. I hate the scamming or the begging. We all call it begging. We just get so sick of it. So I thought, perfect way to, they can actually do something, keep me company, have a few drinks with me. They can even pretend to be drinking if they wanted to, just so long as I think they're drinking. And I'll pay, they can buy the beer for $1. I'll pay them $2.50. Okay, so they got $1.50's profit. Not bad money. I thought, couldn't get anybody to do it. And but anyway, in the end, I was talking to Flora, and she said, yeah, I'll have a drink with you. I said, oh, really? So yeah, and so I went over for a drink, and she said, I don't like drunkards. So I said, yeah, that's not a problem. We'll just have a drink. So I had a beer or maybe two or something like that. I thought, shit, fine, just as I thought it would be. And actually, I went in for a drink, went over for a drink or two, and ended up staying for 2 weeks almost. I virtually moved in with her online, and it got so real that I almost imagined she was living here. I have a cooking trolley right next to my computer, and at one stage she was showing me how to cook Filipino food. I took the cam over and put it right next to the wok or the frying pan, I think at that time. And she'd say things like, no, brown the onions, no more, put a bit more oil in. Okay, yeah, okay, now put this in and do this. And it was honestly, I was on headsets, and it was honestly like she was here. It was so damn good. Okay, and I thought, oh, that's fantastic. The only thing that was wrong is, one, she'd never spoken to a native English speaker before. She'd learned English from another Filipino. Hang on. So she's very hard to understand. Very, very harsh. Whatever, I can't. But very broken English was awful. She also had a headset, a wired headset, that she thought that the volume button had a microphone in it, but the only microphone she had was in the laptop, and she was often turning away from it. So that made it difficult. And on top of that, I'd plugged my internet into USB 1, not into USB 2 or 3 or whatever the case is. So even with all of that, we actually developed an online relationship. We spent time, talking together and chatting. And I thought, with a few minor, I actually helped her get her English more fluent during the time. But it was good. You've got no idea how good it was. And I thought, what a pity. So I'd given up on my club idea. I thought, oh no, Filipinos, it's too difficult. They don't have internet, or the internet drops out. They don't have money to have a stock of drinks, so they'd have to say, you have to send me money. So I send the money, and they wouldn't turn up. And it was just all round. It was just, they just didn't want to do it. And the big problem, I think, in the end, and this is what I found. One day I said I sensed that Flora was after something. In fact, she she actually said to me, uh, "I'm after a husband. I don't want to. I don't want to. You know, I want to grow old with somebody." I'm picking up on your comment. Okay, I want to grow old with somebody. And I let it go a few days. And I thought, no, I've got to be honest with her. And I said, Flora, I don't want to get married. Chop. I could have fucked 6 women out in the street. Wouldn't have been as bad as that. That was chop. Total chop. And I've just had somebody complaining to me. I've just tried to speak to her. Yep, she ignored me. She won't talk to me. I said, yeah, it seems to be happening. It's the latest thing with women. They just, if you don't want to marry them, that's it, chop. It just doesn't bother me. But it was interesting because, Brad just said, she just ignored me. Yeah, and Brad's, nice guy. There's just nothing wrong with him. But he said, yeah, I just spoke to Flora and she ignored. I said, yeah, that's their new thing. It's like my wife, just chop. Don't get to see the kids or anything. Yeah, so there's no need to actually feel like you need to live alone. And if you can start thinking outside the square a little bit, why don't you video? Why don't you, like I'm videoing you? Why don't you video me? Why don't we, like I've just done a 30-minute video to Darren. He put something up on his side, and I responded via video. I thought, what am I going to say in 15 words? It's just crazy. But we're stuck in this mentality of, you do it this way. Why don't you do a video? Like talk to me and we just all talk. No way, because you obviously can talk and you've got some views and things. Why not even just do a short vid? Who cares? My background's fake. I just put that up just for something different to look at. But why not do that? But the other thing you said in your message, that your grandfather was 62 when he died. My father was 62 as well, but a very, very sick man when he died. He was ruined. He was just, and I'm 62 in a month or two, a couple of months. And I thought, I feel like I'm 25. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling very positive about the future. I'm along. I could die tomorrow, but hell, I feel like I've got 30 years left in me. And the funny thing was my sister told me that just shortly before my father died, he wrote to her and he said, can I come and live with you? Which I thought was sad because he no longer wanted to live with my mother. He'd had enough of her. God, I don't mean that in any horrible way. She was my mother, he was my father. But yeah, it appeared that, they were living together, but he just no longer wanted to be with her. They probably didn't want to be together from a long time ago. And my wife probably didn't want to be with me. But I think looking back on it now, I'm probably glad that in some ways I'm not with her anymore. It's probably better for me. Yeah, but it was just interesting. Yeah, it's 62 and I'm 62 and I don't feel 62 at all. I'm ready to go. It's sort of like, and my father at this age he was, oh dear, I'm not well. I'm not like that. I'm trying to be as positive. Like life's dealt me a pretty severe blow, but I'm trying to be as upbeat and positive as possible. Yeah, but it's good to get your comment, but I don't feel that I can really reply in a few words. Just doesn't do it. But look, give it some thought doing a video yourself, and then also give it some thought about having online relationships. Maybe if we can get this sort of thing happening, maybe we can get some women involved into the MGTOW group, into the circle. Maybe we can bring them to the barbecue. I'm sort of pretending, I don't know whether you've been following it, but I'm pretending, I'm talking to Darren at his perpetual barbecue. Maybe we could get some comment from them, constructive comment. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit too rosy-eyed about it all, but fuck it. I just found that after Floor, I just thought, no, this is good. It's got potential, and it succeeded despite all of those limitations. I mean, I could barely understand her at first. For the first conversation or two, broken English, the mic, no mic. She was facing over there, and I was on USB 1. And we still had a fairly good time. It's possible, and it's really, it's just sharing an emotion. And, after a while, we just sit back, chat. I'd have a drink or not, or just a cup of coffee, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I don't know. I just think there's potential in this, and we're not pushing the boundaries. We're not pushing the envelope, isn't it? So I don't know. It's up to you, but have a go at it, and just if you do set up a channel, just leave a message for me on on one of my vids and say, oh, Bob, I've responded to you on a private message, on my channel. I'll go there and I'll subscribe to you, and maybe we can get some stuff like that happening. Get more people involved, so we all chat to one another. Because the funny thing was, and I had this first experience with Boomba, and it's virtually like, I'd send her a message and I'd be asleep or something like that, and she'd be watching it. Yet, and we sort of sensed we were living together, and she's in Romania, okay, of all places, and I'm in Australia, and we have a great relationship. We still do. But it's just, and I send her vids, and she's on the channel, she watches it as well, and it's possible. It's like you don't need to be, if you're going to have a drink with somebody, you've got to be there at the same time. Or maybe you don't. That'd be interesting. Have a drink with somebody in a different hemisphere. I might try that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, eh? Just try having. I'm going to have a drink with Darren. He likes a drink. Yeah. We could be at the barbecue having a drink. Different times. Yeah. Because if you try and line it up, it's his morning is my night, or her morning is my night, and that sort of thing. Yeah, but Boom and I actually, and Boom has actually had a lot of ideas for the Friendly Club. Because she'd say things like, oh, show me where you live, upload pics, do this, do that, just talk about anything. So we started putting all these ideas into it. Yeah, and I thought, yeah, I like this. It's. I think there's something in it, but I don't know how to get it to work. But I'll show it to you later. Anyway, that's why I was so interested in your comments this morning. I thought, yeah, you're perfect. You're an older guy. You don't really want a relationship, and you need you would like to socialise, companionship, or socialise with a female, with a woman. But the woman has to understand. It can't be like Floor, don't want marriage, not interested. It's like, no, I don't want that. Yeah, but anyway, look, give it some thought about doing a responding by video, and we'll try and work out whether it's possible to do it. Because it doesn't have to be simultaneously, because if you're talking to me, it doesn't matter when I see it. I can see it tonight. I can just watch Kurt's message. Okay, I mean I think it's possible, but the whole thing is just about exploring the boundaries with this now. It's sort of like I can't believe online. It's in many ways is growing quickly, but in other ways is really really slow. And I keep saying to my friends in the chat rooms, oh, for fuck's sake, can we get out of these things and do something new? This is boring, It's just, you write into a chat room and someone or, a third-party troll will say, oh, you're an arsehole. Okay, oh, great, I don't need that. And I know, I like to talk, socialise, and communicate. If I go out for a cup of coffee with you, you'll say something, I'll say something, have a cup of coffee together. But look, think about it, okay? Okay, let's. I better go. It's 15 minutes. Yeah, and don't worry about it. Just talk for as little or as long as you like. It's just. I don't have any trouble talking. I can just go on and on and on and on and on, right? But others do. But you seem to be able to hold a conversation, so give it a go. It's up to you, though. Okay, bye.